Hello and welcome back. We're exactly where we left off. So he's just going to chill there for a bit because I drank some of his blood, you know. So this is another safe zone that I can come to in a bit.
Absolutely divine.
All right, Jay. Where are you hiding?
And then there are the palaces, the mosaics, the gardens, and the vibrant youth population.
It must have been busy.
Victoria!
My little Rose.
It's been so long.
An eternity, you mean. And yet, look at you, as splendid as always.
I've learned from the best.
Adorable. How are you? This is a rather depressing night for a reunion.
I want to see what we know about her because talent menu. Talents increase your abilities. Each talent is tied to a specific action. Repeating these actions will progressively unlock the tiers of a talent. Progression using the rhetoric skill increases its effectiveness. Nice. Threatening, intimidation, persuasion, psychology. Charmer, using the presence discipline will increase its effectiveness. Nice. Hunt, complete a quest without having hunted... Oh, sugar. I didn't press anything, I don't think. Complete a quest without having hunted any prey. Ah, it will give me extra hunger. Complete a quest without having any... What counts as a quest? Progression, feed on prey without killing it. Nice. It slows the hunting curve speed. Nice. Okay. If I kill prey, I get more resonance from beastly hunts. Oh, I don't want to do that though. Freed from a rat, eliminate 100. Less suspicion per rat kill. Okay. Alright. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Traits. Traits are positive or negative effects that influence the abilities of the character in question. Traits are only revealed once they have been earned as the result of an action, a character's choice, or a consequence. The hunger level, whether low or high, confers temporary traits that affect the character's abilities. As it rises, the suspicion rating creates more negative traits that increase the difficulty faced by the characters. Okay. So I have had put in her place happen, which means has encountered others more powerful than her to explain what is going on with my dog. I have my desk here with my things on it. And anything that is on top of my desk, because he is a tall boy, he will subtly just walk over, mouth it off, and go away. And then you hear him chewing something, and it is an item that you have. But because he can reach up this height, it means that he steals things. So I have to push everything like right to the back of the table so that he can't get to it. And what he'd just done was steal a pencil case and try to eat that. But he's terrible. So I have a cushion here that he has stolen and bitten the corners from. This was behind my lower back, like here. So I stood up from my chair to answer the door to my kids behind me. And in the time that it took me to get up, walk there, open the door to speak to my kids and like hold it ajar so that the dogs wouldn't rush out to them, he stole my cushion and started chewing it. The other day, he took one of these teddies, which I had quite like far back, I thought, but I must have turned away or I'd gone over there to like get something, and in the time that I was not at the computer, he just lifted up, took it, and sauntered off, which is really strange because he's a big heavy dog and he makes a lot of noise. Like he runs and skitters around in circles, so he must like activate a little stealth mode where he knows that he's gonna go be a little shit, and he's just like ha, shh, sneaky, and steals my things. So just then what he'd stolen was a pencil case. But I also have like I have a peacock feather here that I need to move. Isn't it pretty? I have another one, but I left it at my friend's house because I was like, I don't want it to get damaged, because if I stand this one up, you can see how like wonky it got. I got this when me and my beautiful husband were in Porto in Portugal, and there was a like a sanctuary thing that we went to where they had peacocks, and they shed like these, like one of them was just picking at his feathers, and he shed it, and when he walked away I was like, well, I can have that. So yeah, I have this little guy's feather. And then when I went to a Ren Fair festival here in the UK, someone was doing trinket trading, and one of the trinkets they were swapping was peacock feathers. So I was given a peacock feather, and then when I was at my friend's house, they were like, oh yeah, you can, don't forget your peacock feather. And I was like, if I put this in my luggage, it's going to destroy the feather, and I know because I have previous experience with it getting one in luggage, and there's so many kinks in the stem of this feather now from that. So that's why I left it at my friend's house with them. But I am very deathly afraid that one day he is going to pick it up and just chew it. So I'm just going to put it in a pen pot or something for right now. And I just threw another pen pot all over the place, but I will deal with that later. I lied, I dealt with it right now because I couldn't deal with the, the pen pot being on its side. Anywho, let's continue. I wanted to find out about this woman, Victoria Ash. She's a Toreador. Oh, she's the Prince of Atlanta. Interesting. Oh, so we're speaking to a prince from a different city, state, both. Should we read about her? Let's read about her so that we know how to interact with her. Clan Toreador, just like me. Date of the embrace was 1650. Generation 8th. Sire Maximilian, child of Regina Blake. Oh, she has a child called Regina Blake. I get it. The paramour. Victoria's existence was not always one of gilded lavishness. Born in the south of France in the 17th century, Victoria, then known by the name Victoria de Perpignan, was a camp prostitute for the French army. Far from lacking in ambition, her undeniable charm and wit won her the favours of Prince Louis II, who made her his mistress. The prince, however, was not alone in noticing the young woman's potential. A kindred and procurer by the name of Maximilian offered to make her his ghoul in order to preserve her priceless beauty. Victoria accepted and was offered the brace in 1650. From one world to another, sire and child arrived in England in 1660, but their stay was short-lived, as Maximilian was destroyed by his rival shortly thereafter. Victoria escaped the ambush in the nick of time and fled England aboard a boat bound for the New World. She was one of the first kindred to set foot on American soil and spent the next 3 centuries roaming its vast expanses and urban wilds. She returned to England in the late 1890s, where she embraced her first child, Regina. Her appearance at a number of bourgeois salons, or bourgeoisie, I'm pretty sure that's bourgeois in this instance, number of bourgeois salons. Bourgeoisie salons. No, bourgeois. Doesn't matter. Bourgeois salons at the time led her to meet Hilda McAndrews, a young kindred and renowned painter whose convictions and talent she admired. Victoria met Hilda's child, MM, a few years later during an opulent soiree held to celebrate MM's embrace. Victoria was overcome with sympathy for the young woman, as her sunny disposition reminded her of the passion of her youth. The harder they fall. A woman of passion and a Toreador above all, Ash expanded her influence in the 1990s by establishing herself as one of the greatest pop stars of her time. Her songs lit up the American billboards, and masses came in droves to attend her concerts. In parallel with her affairs among mortals, Victoria opened a path for herself to the throne of Atlanta, which she claimed. The city grew and flourished under her reign. Ash was forced to leave the city in 1999 and return to London, which she fled in 2008. after the purge of the Second Inquisition. A sense of duty. The resurgence of a Second Inquisition cast a veil of doubt and unease over the world of the Night. While many kindred chose to reject technology in the hopes of going undetected by their hunters, Victoria welcomed it. Ash went on to trips and made social appearances, resisting the beckoning as the elders disappeared one by one, leaving behind an extremely fragile Camarilla. In order to fend off this loss of power, Victoria was chosen to seal an alliance between the Ivory Tower and the Ashira, another vampiric sect. She wed Tigerius, one of their leaders, in Tehran in 2018. Victoria has been back in America for several months now, back upon her throne in Atlanta. She intends to use her talents to restore her city to the glory it deserves. In the meantime, she now is in Boston, drawn by Hazel Iverson and her ambitious projects. Okay. How are you? It's rather depressing for a night. A rather depressing night for... Turn the question around.
What about you? You chose a bad time to visit us.
Oh, don't remind me. To think I was so happy to return to Boston after so many years. Ugh, the trip was to be amazing.
Hey, the night's still young. It might be nothing at all.
You're right. Everyone is so tense. It's starting to rub off on me. I hear business is going well for you. Your Black Rattlers are making quite the splash. You can be proud of everything you've accomplished, darling. Your name is on everyone's lips.
Thanks. That means a lot coming from you. I'm really happy to see you again. I wish I had more time to talk.
Is there something stopping you?
You could say that. One of my acquaintances is in hot water with Miss Iverson. I need to help her.
I'm going to give you a piece of advice then. Don't waste your energy helping others. Let others handle their own problems. Their mistakes aren't your business.
She's important to me.
Journey is someone I can trust. I can't let her down now.
Is Journey a prince?
No.
Then her opinion doesn't matter. The only individuals who should matter to you are royalty. The rest, they're just for decoration.
Thanks for the advice, Victoria. You've helped put things into perspective.
It's only natural. I'll always be here for you, darling. And I hope the feeling is mutual.
You know it is.
I love how...
Wonderful. I'm relieved to see that despite the travails of time and distance, our friendship is still intact.
What are you doing in town anyways? The last time I heard about Victoria Ash, she'd just gotten back to Atlanta.
You know I never stay in one place for long. But to answer your question, I came to do business.
For the agreement, I'm guessing.
You guessed right. I'd hoped to meet up with one of my associates tonight, a warlock I'd sent to Hartford. Unfortunately, he still hasn't made his appearance.
He might still come. The night's not over yet.
Oh, you're refreshingly naive. We'll see.
That's a lot of willpower. Oh, okay.
What did you hope your emissary would do? Double-cross Iverson?
Oh, please, I'm just curious, that's all.
Diplomats are rarely sent out without good reason. If you sent someone, then there was something in it for you.
Fine, guilty as charged. I'm very interested in your prince's project. I'd like to transpose it to Atlanta. I contacted the warlocks to try and learn more. I was actually surprised that Deneb agreed to cooperate with Kindred outside his chantry.
Deneb?
Hartford's regent. I understood that he was the one Hazel was in negotiations with.
Are they really that wary of outsiders?
Warlocks are naturally suspicious of other families, but Osborne? He's unique. Paranoid, eccentric, and highly intelligent. The type of man you can't manipulate.
You seem to know him pretty well.
Well enough to know not to trust him.
I imagine you received the alert as well.
Yes, I was with your prince when the message was sent.
Do you have any idea who triggered it?
Alas, I have no idea. Iverson didn't care to share that with me. She knows how to control information.
I'm not even sure she knows herself.
She's going to need answers. I doubt her subjects will wait much longer.
I've heard rumors about you. Something about a wedding?
Oh yes, my wedding to Tigurius. It was fabulous. We had a spectacular celebration.
Congratulate her.
I think congratulations are in order.
Oh, do you? It's a political marriage. Nothing more. Our family needed it.
You did it for the cam?
You seem surprised to hear it. You may not have noticed, but the Camarilla has lost some of its luster since the Anceli left. Our survival depends on our ability to make compromises.
Anceli.
You knew Boston when it was a Malkavian city. What do you think about the court now?
Iverson has successfully made her mark. It can't have been easy, with Quentin's grip on the city.
Boston was on the brink of chaos when Hazel took over. I don't always agree with her methods, but she gets the job done.
She knows what she wants. I respect that. Our family needs more leaders like her. That would be a welcome change from our usual weather vanes.
I'm sorry, but I've gotta go.
I understand. Duty calls, but before you leave, I have a favor to ask you.
Oh?
I mentioned my emissary earlier. If you hear anything about him, please let me know when you get back, would you?
I thought I was only supposed to focus on my prince. Have you had a change of heart?
You're using my own words against me? It's a big favor. I'm aware of that. But I'm a loyal friend, and powerful too. If you can do this for me, I'll owe you one.
Fine. I'll let you know if I learn anything.
Thanks, MM. I hope I'll see you again soon, darling. If you need anything, I'll be right here.
Thanks, Victoria. See you later.
We're gonna need some from here in a bit. Okay. Now I know.
I know that perfume. Jay. That's Jay's scarf.
Auspex, heightened senses. Auspex enhances your 5 senses. This condition reveals new interactions, detecting scents, listening to conversations from a distance, revealing the past of objects, or even experiencing premonitions. You can also discover items that have been hidden using supernatural powers. Bum. Ta-da. So,
Where did you go, Jay?
these curtains, by the way, are made of iron. So, there's no trying to get around them. If I speak to her, she'll only tell me that Jay went into that booth in that alcove over there anyway, so I may as well just use this.
Underwood and Fang. Bazori's ears must be burning.
It annoys me that there's documents there that I can't read.
Hey, Fang.
Good evening, Miss Lewis.
Call me a ma'am, please. Did you come with Caleb?
Yes, but he's so very busy.
You didn't happen to see Journey, did you?
I'm sorry. I don't know everyone's names yet.
Okay. I love that there's a little speech bubble thing over there. Can I hear them from here? Or do I have to be over here?
Keltum and Lazarus. I smell gossip.
This can't be happening.
I swear, she was standing there.
playing me for a sucker, pretending she just happened to be in the archives.
And what did you say to her?
I played dumb. I said, "As you like, Miss Abigail Naomi." And I left.
What did she take?
A page from a file about an old party that she tore out.
But why would she need that? Why now?
I wonder.
Secretary's Journey. Guest list. Like just a bunch of names. Oh, what's this? Business card. Oh yeah, I remember this. It gives me back my thingy. Consumables. Consumables are single-use items that provide bonuses. Most of the time, consumables are used to replenish willpower or eliminate hunger. Each type of gear has advantages and disadvantages when it's equipped. The effects of the gear apply as long as it is equipped. Gear may not be equipped or unequipped during a dialogue. Once they have been collected, consumable items like phones, documents, etc. can also be consumed from inside, consulted from inside your inventory. Okay, I'm going to use that. My willpower's back. Awesome. So this is why I thought we needed tech.
Jay was looking for a file that Jara took from the archives. Interesting.
Because you wouldn't find her search history if you didn't have computing too. You would only find the emails. Archive database search history, Harvard Unification Party withdrawal by Jara Drury, Harvard Party file no matches, internal party, place party no matches. From Jara to me, subject, forward, need confirmation. I'm still waiting for that paper. Subject maintaining order. I asked our retainers to arrive before sunset for more discretion.
Her last message to Abigail.
I need to track down the file on the 1998 Solstice Party. Page 2 should be of interest to you.
The file. I wonder where they put it. That could be of interest to me.
Look inside.
I hope you didn't forget anything, Jay.
Everything's okay, except 2 more security needed. And speaking with... Check level of secrecy. Okay. So yeah, that seems all good. Already read that. There's nothing else around here. I love that hair thing is grunge. Amazing. So I'm gonna do this in the order that you're supposed to because it will make more sense. So we've just found out that all that stuff about the archives, right? So we go over here to the archives. We realize we can't get in without high technology, which will take willpower. But there's also a swipe card option. Here it says, internal memo, please don't forget if you have any issues with the archives that you need to contact Lazarus, not me. Thank you, from April. So if we find Lazarus's office,
I've gotta hurry. I'm not supposed to be here.
There's a swipe card here. Magnetic key card. Any other information? No. What's this?
These books are gorgeous. Lazarus must have paid a fortune for them.
Princetown Library, maybe some old books from the first Kindred. Oh, okay, yeah, right. These books are seemingly like have information on the Kindred or our disciplines or, you know, things like that.
Boston. Lazarus knows all of the city secrets.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like he's hunting down books that are about Kindred in order to make sure that it's not in human hands. Confidential annual financial report at Miss Iverson's request. This report provides a summary of Mr. J. Moore's annual audit of the finances and administration of Miss Iverson's domain. The data provided by our wealth manager leads us to conclude that the accounting year was balanced for this year. The absence of any substantial profit is explained in part by the investments made in the development of the Red Salons, namely, development and expansion of the Red Salon on Sellers Street, owned by Dr. Richard Dunham. Purchase of lab equipment, refrigerated cabinets, decoration and expansion of the bar area. Investment in Dr. Dunham's research, external laboratory expenses, specific mortal test subjects. Purchase of several real estate properties for the expansion of the Red Salon chain. Another portion of the profits was transferred to the Hartford Chantry to support thaumaturgy research, as stipulated in the pre-unification agreement. Mr. J. Moore reported that in July he had requested a detailed account of the expenses incurred, which appears to have corrected some of the occasional excesses in their estimates. In this respect, we would like to emphasize that, given his success in protecting our interests, it is strongly recommended that Mr. J. Moore's personal protection be maintained for the coming year. Mr. J. Moore's recommendations for 2019. Expansion of the real estate portfolio in the neighbourhoods adjacent to the domain. Mr. J. Moore has managed to convince about 30 owners to stagger the acquisition throughout the year. The projected investment is $60 million, with an actual value of $82 million. Development of the Red Salon's continued investment in Dr. Dunham's research, but with the establishment of a financial administrator in the person of Mr. Underwood to manage the financial aspects of the sites. Continued funding of the Hartford thaumaturgy research. On this subject, Mr. J. Moore recommends that the unification agreements with the Hartford Chantry stipulate that this research be relocated to Boston following the signature of the agreements. In fact, he thinks it is preferable to monitor the amounts involved as closely as possible. See, if we had no education, she would just be able to read it. So let's read it.
This page was torn out.
I need your help. Meet me as soon as you can in an alcove, right? If we use education.
This paper must be from the archives. It's pretty old.
We got further information on it. Oh,
Battery's dead.
okay.
Battery's dead.
Okay, I want you to open the drawer.
Oh, I'm playing with fire. If someone spots me...
Which they will, because you're in a glass box. History of the Jefferson Library. This library was closed in 1935 following the construction of the various university campuses. It was acquired by Miss Hazel Iverson in 1946. In 1960, Miss Iverson ceded it to the members of the Gemini League, a resistance group fighting against English oppression, from the cities of Hartford and New Haven. Since then, the Hartford Chantry has moved in, discreetly at first during the reign of Quentin King, and then openly since our prince, Miss Iverson, took the throne. The transfer of ownership was made official in 2014. This gift is a strong signal sent to the Warlocks by our prince. This place fulfills the rules imposed by its new owners and is an extension of the Hartford Chantry's domain. Our prince does not have jurisdiction there. In the interest of cordial and diplomatic relations, any kindred who enter the premises uninvited will be subject to the laws of the Hartford Chantry. The prince has informed the court of the risks involved in going to the Jefferson Library without approval, even though relations with the Hartford Chantry are excellent. Okay. Right. So, now that we have the key card, I don't need to spend willpower. I can talk to this guy.
Can I help you?
Well, you don't help me though. You just say a one-off dialogue. So swipe card. So now I haven't had
Jay.
to waste willpower.
What were you doing in the archives?
Read it.
A file about a party from a few years ago.
It
It's the
doesn't.
one Journey asked Abigail to look at.
It doesn't really matter. But it is an invitation for a winter solstice celebration. And there's no guarantee for plus
Here's the
ones.
connection between Journey's email and the page that was torn out at Abigail's. Journey asked Abigail to meet her in an alcove at the bar. Abigail, we've got to talk.
Okay. Items borrowed. Secure destinations. Gala, Missouri. Oh, interesting. Beryl Underwood. History of the court about Gala, Missouri. He's reading about us. He's figuring us out. Interesting. Us. He's reading about his sire, who will be played by us later. So from there, she went that way. Oh shit, I didn't track it. Sorry. Open. Track. Yeah, okay. So now the blue one is the scent of April, who came here and burned the piece of the page for us to then read. But after that, we know that she went to whatever's that way.
Oh, you again.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm not going to talk to you. Last time I played, I ran past this staircase about 7 or 8 times, not realizing that that was where I needed to go.
Took the elevator to get here.
Who did? We all did. You were with her when you took the elevator to get here. Okay. So my hunger is now 6, so I'm gonna go feed. Anyway. But also, it was you. It was you all along. But I'm gonna talk to this guy.
Trail ends there.
Yes, I know.
Where could she have gone after that? Come on. It won't take long.
Okay. Sure.
Are we ready? This starts vibrating before we even start. But I need to do it when it vibrates now. It's delicious. Caloric resonance. Oh. Talent. Trait. No? Is it a talent? Hunt. Add 2 controlled hunts. Oh, if I get a 3rd, then I'll get an additional hunger thing. Interesting. What did I get from the resonance bonus then? I got put in her place. I don't know. Sometimes doing things makes other stuff cheaper for you. Where have you gone? There you are.
Can I help you?
Do you still work for April?
Well, aren't you rude? My loyalty is with the court.
Seems like Bosley's leading you around by the nose, though.
She's got some extra responsibilities, sure, but that's it. I have my own agenda.
I'm not surprised. I'm looking for Jade. I know you've seen her recently. Do you know where she is?
What are you talking about? I never...
I found her note. You were supposed to meet at the bar. Why are you lying to me?
You went through my stuff?
Is that all you're worried about?
No. It wasn't personal. Journey was in a panic. She asked me for the pass to get into Jar's apartment.
Did she say why?
Only that she was looking for evidence. I didn't really get it. Let's keep this between us, all right? April's got other fish to fry.
I'll see about that. I'm going to find her.
Do we tell April?
Jara's
Do we tell
apartment.
April?
That's on the Primogen floor.
Elbow
What was Jay
heads.
looking for up there? April, have you seen Jay anywhere?
You can't let her out of your sight for 2 seconds.
The prince sent me to get her.
I can't discuss that with you.
Huh. Hmm. Nice.
Come on, she works for you. You know her.
All right. Enough with the puppy dog eyes. I heard a couple of licks complaining about Journey. Even if she wasn't in charge of security, she's the one who organized the whole shindig. They all think she's responsible for this fiasco.
But damn it, Jay hasn't done anything.
Tell it to the prince, not me.
Not that I think in a million years this is what happened, but what if Jay messed up somehow? What would happen to her?
Depends on the mistake. And how bad the consequences were. At best, the prince will be mad. At worst,
Destruction?
yeah. There's a good chance of that.
Hmm.
Fine. I won't insist. If you see her, tell her I'm looking for her.
Yeah, sure.
What attitude? It's a good thing I was careful earlier.
Careful with what earlier, I want to know. Because we did use presents on her, so I don't feel like we were that careful. Through the magic of film, you wouldn't have known that I have been gone for a while and I went swimming, except for the fact that my hair is wet. And then I went to the shops and got snacks and stuff. But now that I've told you, you definitely know.
Hazel's gonna want answers.
I went to the shops and I got some snacks, but I want to show you them. I got Iron Brew Jelly Babies. They do
What a
taste
nightmare.
like Iron Brew, and they're delicious. I also got my favorite chocolate, which is Reese's. As a
What a disaster.
selection box. She is such a complainer.
Bosley's looking for answers.
To what happened, I guess, at the party. Oh, there's a lift here. Well, I can't use that one.
If Zeus had chosen Flower to reign over all others, the rose would be queen.
Toreadors are also known as the Clan of the Rose. So, it makes sense. Oh, dear God. Here we go. Well, at least she's
Oh,
surrounded by
great. My shadow.
some interesting stuff. Leaf through. On the London court, based on the most recent information available, we can draw the following conclusions. Although no official census was ever attempted, at the turn of the millennium it was commonly believed that there were many more than 200 vampires living in the Greater London area. The city's massive size made it relatively easy for newcomers to come and seek their fortune while hiding from the court. As a deterrent, kindred who were not registered with the London court were considered to be fair game for the Scourge and other bounty hunters who would practice diablerie. This practice often deterred newcomers, as it had come to involve even the upper echelons of the London Camarilla. Indeed, Queen Anne herself was a practitioner of diablerie, and for a long time, she took every opportunity to claim the blood of undesirables. In 2008, mortals reported an uptick in forensic anomalies, including bodies that temporarily appeared dead. At the same time, the same report was made by a team in charge of a human trafficking case. Thus, these new anatomical suspects were referred to as the infected. It is believed today that this information, which is the most recent in our possession, has been cross-checked by several structures in the country, but must not have been taken seriously by Queen Anne. London fell the following year, as did Vienna. Nothing more was heard of them overnight. There are no kindred left to tell us what happened. Communications have been cut off since then, as they are too risky. The story of the fall of London gives us hope that the mortals believed they had finished us off. Until then, the Camarilla must build an even stronger and more robust masquerade. Interesting. So, I didn't realise there was actual stuff to read about them. I thought they were just going to be pretty, but I love this more.
A book about alchemy? That's a weird thing to keep.
No, it's not, considering we have the Tremere in our midst, and they came from mages, so it could be a book that we stole from the mages, or it could be a Tremere book. Ooh.
A peace agreement that put an end to a bloody revolt. Ancilla against neonates. Camarilla against anarchs.
Oh, it's the thing of the roses. What's it called?
Notes from the Convention
of Thorns, even, thank you. Excerpt from the history of the Boston Camarilla. The first kindred in Boston was Madeleine Coventry, a Tremere elder from the Winchester Chantry. In 1635, shortly after that, the Blue Bloods settled in the city and ruled the entire Massachusetts colony. After driving out thaumaturges, the Bruges, Gangrel and Malkov families took control of the city during the American Revolution in 1783. There was much confusion regarding the distribution of power, and the Tremere returned to the city and created the Boston Chantry. This is also a time when the Sabbat, active in Maine, began to attack Camarilla settlements throughout the Boston area. The Tremere chantries of Boston and Salem competed for dominance for almost half a century, before the Salem colony was overtaken by the Sabbat in 1831. The children of Malkov took advantage of the turmoil and seized power in 1825. Quentin King III became the prince of the city until his death in 2014. Having supposedly given in to the beckoning, Quentin King had to contend with the machinations of the Sabbat, the powerful Giovanni in Boston, and the British settlers who vied for his position. More than a century of secret alliances were forged to pit one group against the other, and eventually defend them from tearing each other apart. The prince kept the Sabbat horde at bay, in part by accepting the British support of William Biltmore, a number of American vampires who were unhappy with the British presence created the Kindred of Liberty to oppose colonization, and in Hartford and New Haven, resistance was organized under the name of the Gemini League. That's who they gave the library to before they gave it to the Hartford Chantry. The Beckoning freed the city from the British influence as well as from the control of the children of Malkov, but perhaps the fact that London had not been responding for several years was the reason for the British withdrawal. In any case, Ms. Hazel Iverson, a member of the KOL, naturally rose to the head of the domain, restoring Boston to its former glory, long tarnished by her predecessor's collaboration with London. Boston was once again American, strong and free. KOL with KO. Have we seen anything on KOL?
Annals on the First Inquisition.
Yeah, I think
How morbid.
when I first came in, I ran over to this, looked at it, it said that very short thing, and I was like, oh, they're all just going to have little... I just ran over to her and spoke to her instead. So let's read the last one. Treatise on Thaumaturgy, or Treatise on Thaumaturgy. Also known as blood sorcery, this discipline combines vitae and mortal sorcery. There are no known limits to the type of rituals created by the Tremere or their fields of application. We'll focus here on the different branches of this science, which is not exhaustive because few can testify to the secrets of the Blood Witches. The Path of Blood, where the powers of vitae can be manipulated. The Ritual, where thaumaturgic formulas with innumerable effects are invented and jealously guarded. So, when they went from the revised edition, V20, when they went from version 20 of Vampire the Masquerade to this, which is version 5, they changed the way disciplines worked. So, the way disciplines used to work was they had it so that you had... In fact, I've got a handy dandy list here for when I'm playing it with the people I play with. They had it so that you had this sort of schism across between the vamps of who had what power set. And certain vampires only have a discipline that's unique to them. So the Ravnos had chemistry, and the Tremere have thaumaturgy. The Gangrel had protean. The Banu Hakim, or Assamite at the time, had quietus. Malkavians had dementation. Follows of Set have serpentis, and the Salubri have obia. And the Zamishi have vicissitude. So because they had those ones that were clan specific, it made them very interesting to play as, because no others had crossovers with you. The closest you could get to vicissitude that the Zamishi had was both thaumaturgy, which the Tremere had, because thaumaturgy is blood sorcery and vicissitude is flesh sorcery. So the sort of very similar veins. The Tremere were born from human mages manipulating Zamishi vitae and using it to drink and become vampires themselves. But because they didn't have a antediluvian, someone who was embraced before the flood and became the beginning of their bloodline, Tremere, the original, went and diablerized Saulot, who was the Salubri antediluvian. There's like debates about whether Saulot wanted this to happen or not, because Saulot was trying to reach that name has gone out of my head, I'll remember it later, but like vampire heaven, essentially. They come to a state of chill and like their version of like becoming above humanity, like accepting their full humanity and stuff. I'll figure it out. I can't remember the word right now, because the only thing that's popping in my head is Gehenna, which is the opposite. Gehenna means the end of things. But my sire is over here bitching and moaning because I haven't come running to her quick enough. Also, she just seems so manipulative. I don't like her. So
I wish I was outside instead of being cooped up in here.
Yeah, I do like this. It's so pretty. I love... Can I zoom? Can I zoom in on anything? No, but I love that you can even see like cars and stuff traveling around if there's any on the move. There's one.
And now?
And the Crown Hotel plasma thing. Don't know what that says. But yeah, I love the skyline and the cityscape. It's just so pretty. Look at that moon. It's so pretty. Anyway, I guess we've got to deal with the elephant in the room.
So what exactly did Hazel want with you?
I've got no willpower to do anything. She doesn't need to know.
I'm sorry, but this is between Hazel and me.
I can't believe it. Don't you see what she's doing?
Yeah, she's asking for a little discretion, so what?
We haven't heard from anyone at the party all night. Many of our own didn't make it home. And she's still reigning through division. She's doling out information strategically. It's the worst possible thing to do in a crisis. And we needn't even mention how she treats the Primogen. She straight out refuses to see us.
Okay. Are you jealous or something?
What's your problem? Is it that she's not talking to everyone? Or that she's not talking to you?
Just stop it. She should be trying to surround herself with everyone's input, not locking herself up in her tower.
Oh, because you would do things differently, perhaps?
That's an understatement.
It is. You would have kept me in the dark.
Could you just stop making this all about you?
That's right. I'm the problem. I've gotta go. I've got stuff to do.
Be careful.
I think she loves us. I think her love is just really misplaced. But that's like a trope with the Toreadors. They can become obsessed with people to the point of it becoming, you know, toxic. Is it this way? Yeah. Oh, but what is this way? Who is this way? Burrell Underwood, Richard Dunham, Hilda McAndrews. So my sire, the Malkavian doctor, and the child of... What's his name? The other guy that we play. Oh, Codex. The Codex lists and explains many concepts from Swansong and the World of Darkness. The main characters you will meet are also listed on the Boston screen. So, Galeb's Childer. So here we have Jara and Dejan. Is Jara the Primogen? Who's this? Is this? Nope, that's not a place we can go. That's Jara's. But I want to look at the other places first. Oh, my security is too low. 1 of 6. Okay, they definitely don't want you going in there.
The door is locked.
What even is this? Oh, I could go in there. That's a security of 5. Okay, I still don't know what it is. But I guess that's fine. Oh, that's pretty. That's real pretty. Yeah, Toreador. Sometimes they have really toxic relationships. In the book, no return. No return action. Choices marked with a no return indicate that there is no going back. Before selecting one of these options, make sure you're done with the area you're exploring. Okay.
No fucking way. Shit.
So this is where you've been
Oh,
hiding.
Jesus, it's you. You scared the shit out of me. How did you find me?
You're really bad at covering your tracks.
Are you alone?
What the hell is going on?
Shit, Mem. It's a fucking nightmare. The code red is definitely because of the party. April told me Hazel was gunning for me. She thinks I'm responsible for this shit show.
So, you're hiding in Drury's room?
I'm looking for evidence. I saw that Jara had the file on the party. It's got all the contracts and stuff in it that will prove I did my job right. But I can't find them. It was my only shot to defend myself against her.
I feel like if I tell her to calm down, she's just gonna get more annoyed. Whereas if I don't say anything, she might talk into the silence.
I did everything right, ma'am. I was the one who rented the place. Same as always. Rooftop, away from prying eyes. I met with Richard to organize the vessels. I arranged for limos to be sent for the Hartford Chantry. I went through the same secure limo agency as usual. They're ours, so there's no risk. What the hell could have gone wrong?
I don't know. But there's no time to think about it. Hazel wants to see you.
And she asked you?
Yes, take it to the prince.
It's gonna be fine, Jay. I'm sure you can explain everything.
I'm scared, ma'am.
Don't worry about anything. I'm here.
I'll follow you.
The first time I saw this, I was like, oh, it's so odd that it slowly zooms in on this corner. Is that like a glitch or something? But no, you'll see why it's not in a second. Here we go. Here's my girl. Right, we're going with free again because I don't trust the game to give me any of the skills that I want. And also, equally, you know I'm cheating. So, in this, it says, for Laisha, you can skip obfuscate completely until very late. Okay. The first instance when you need an extra dot for hair, and even then other options are available, is when you infiltrate a base in her third mission. Cool. Try to get her persuasion to 2 points immediately, and frankly 3 won't hurt you either. So which one is persuasion? Persuasion is social, so we'll put 1 more social, 1 more mental, put 1 in each of them. That's not bad actually. Oh, I could put another one in physical. Rhetoric, imitation, these are 60. 30, okay. So her persuasion should be 4. Yeah, cool. She really needs a second dot in Auspex for her first mission. So let's have a look at how much that costs. 45. Okay, so I need to get 25 from somewhere. Okay, that's fine. So if her social is a 2 and her persuasion is a 2, it should be at 4, right? Right? So I don't know whether I should take 1 out of here. It costs 15, that's bad. And that would cost 60. It costs 30 to have it there. Oh, it's so odd. Okay. So I need 10 more. Okay. Oh, I'm annoying myself. 1 less in oh, no. 1 less in mental. So I can then put a second dot in Auspex. Okay. Because this guide is telling me that I need it. Galeb's, they're even more specific. They're like, do this, do that, do the other, do this. 3 points won't hurt either in her persuasion. I have a feeling that that is covered by the fact that we have a dot in social. Because it affects the other 2. Okay, we're gonna go with that. Yes. Okay. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Laisha, it's good to see you.
I should have cut off before this, but...
Be good, sweetie.
How was your reunion with Halsey?
Thank you, Hazel. Your gift was wonderful. You shouldn't have troubled.
You're welcome. We should never have kept you apart for this long.
Good evening, Delsin.
Good evening, Laisha.
How are you feeling?
I feel great. Better and better since I got my little sugar fangs back.
Wonderful.
I haven't seen Richard yet. Does he know I've been released from the Institute?
No, I'm the prince. It was my decision. He is your psychiatrist, but you don't need his permission for everything.
He wasn't at the party, was he?
I'm searching for everyone who's still missing. Don't worry about him.
Thank you.
Laisha, I know I can be frank with you. For 4 years, I have been working to heal the city's wounds. You've already helped me avoid traps in the past.
Again, if I I say nothing. People talk to the silence.
You're not like the other children of Malkav. Quentin King knew that.
The Mad King. I remember, yeah.
I had you released from the Institute because your premonitions are the most detailed, the most accurate. I wanted them to help me understand the Chantry's hand more clearly before we signed our agreement with them. But this alert changes everything. I need to understand what's just happened. Did you sense anything, possibly about what happened tonight?
I don't see a point in lying to her.
I saw images, but they had nothing to do with this party. It didn't make any sense. It was a long, white hallway.
It's a little early for sure, but it's a good start.
I'm sorry, I can't be of more help.
Don't be sorry. There's something else you can do for me. Your discretion can still be of use to me. I need to be sure that none of the members of my council are going to take advantage of the situation.
You don't trust them?
You don't trust them?
You can never be too careful. You and Delson are the only two people I trust entirely. The members of the council have their council lodgings here. It gives them the impression that they have power, and it means I can keep an eye on them. I'm going to give you the key. Go and see if you find anything that could make me doubt their loyalty. Anything that might make me think there's something in the works.
All right.
Miss Drury burned the midnight oil to make sure this event was secret. I imagine there might be some evidence in the information she gathered. I need it.
All right, consider it done.
You've never disappointed me, Leisha. Please don't start today. Until then, I hope to have found more information.
She's
But
ominous.
above all, don't share what we've discussed with anyone. I don't need more gossip.
Can I take Halsey with me?
Of course.
All right then. I'll be right back.
How can she see you if you're obfuscated? I'll explain obfuscation how it works in a minute. And then you see why she felt the need to like pick up the picture and stuff, because she sent something. Because don't forget, she's got Auspex, which means you see the unseen. Oh, give in to the premonition. Destroyed things. The tent. Cross on her forehead.
That was intense. I have to be careful. Shit. They're gone.
Mom, I'm going to Ritzer's to see if he has my teddy.
Okay.
Come and find me when you're done.
Let's see if Hazel was right. Did Jara leave anything behind?
Okay, I'm going to stop it here because we're almost at the hour mark, or we're at the hour mark, I'm not sure. But thank you for staying and playing. I will be right back to start off exactly here where we left off.